Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. And if this is your first time coming to my channel, welcome. This is going to be a little different video. It's going to be like a chit chat, get ready with me video. Me and my husband are having another little date night, and we're going to go watch the UFC game. That's how much I am out of the loop of what the hell I'm even talking about. We're gonna go watch the UFC fight at this place called Tailgaters. For you guys who don't know, I'm located in Northern California, and it's like a sports bar called Tailgaters. So we're gonna go watch the fight there. So I decided that I was gonna get kind of cute, just a little bit, and so I'm gonna have you guys get ready with me, and then we're gonna talk a little bit about what I have going on. I have a lot going on right now, as far as personal business. Trying to stay focused, so that's why I'm like focused on work and focused on the task at hand, which I'll get into as we start this video. But yeah, I'm gonna start off. I've already put some Cover FX primer on my face, and I'm gonna start off with the Fenty Beauty foundation, and this is in the color 385. I'm gonna put this all over my face using my little silicone beauty sponge. So yeah, got a lot going on now. I'm working a lot, doing some OT for my job, just to kind of help keep my mind off of IVF. So yeah, me and my husband have just started our cycle with IVF. I have two beautiful stepsons. For you guys who don't know, no children of my own. Although me and my husband have been, we've had, 5 pregnancies. One that was a ectopic pregnancy, and 4 miscarriages, and then 1 pregnancy that made it all the way to 21 weeks, and then I ended up having her. We found out it was a girl like literally the week before I lost her, and announced it on my Facebook to all my friends and family members, and then lost her. So yeah, that wasn't fun. So yeah, that was like 2 years ago. And yeah, like brief little background on me. Like prior to my husband, I had got pregnant with my first ever boyfriend back when I was in high school at the age of 17, and had a ectopic pregnancy then. So, you know, needless to say, I've always kind of had some issues with my tubes. So yeah, so I ended up having an ectopic pregnancy at 17, lost one of my tubes because of it. My tube just like completely ruptured. Luckily I'm still alive today, so part of my little testimony. But yeah, I survived that, and fast forward, never got pregnant again after that with any other relationship. But yeah, fast forward to my husband. We've been together going on 8 years. and have known each other since high school. But yeah, we've been together 8 years, been married for going on 7, and I've had a total of 5 pregnancies with him. Obviously his little swimmers are working just fine. He has 2 beautiful sons. But yeah, us together just couldn't, you know, get it done. And, you know, it was due to infertility on my side. So yeah, went through all that the last few years, the first 5 years of our relationship. And then, yeah, these last 2 years, I ended up, after losing our daughter, which I had to still, you know, I lost her and gave birth to her too early, like I said. And so she lived only for like 30 minutes. And me and my husband got to hold her and whatnot. And then she passed. So yeah, fast forward to now, I ended up getting the final second tube that I had left removed just 1 year ago. And then I've like they wanted to start my IVF like immediately after that, but I figured with all the trauma that my body has gone through, you know, you have to know your body and know what's best for you. So I took like 1.5 years to just try and get my body healthy and, you know, change my diet. I went into, you know, eating clean and eating a keto-ish diet. I mean, I still had cheat days where I had occasional carbs, so I wasn't like full on keto, but I wasn't eating as much carbs as I used to. I was pretty, I mean, for the most part, pretty strict with my carb intake, and ended up losing all the weight that I gained from that pregnancy, as well as some extra weight and stuff like that. So yeah, me and my husband now, in the month of, was this April, are now going through the process of IVF. So I'm excited and nervous all in one. They said that the reason that I lost my daughter was possibly, well, they still don't really know, honestly, why I lost her. From what they saw when they first did my, you know, last ultrasound before she passed, you know, everything looked good, they thought. But yeah, my cervix started to dilate, and so they think that I had what's called an incompetent cervix. So they even did like, I mean, like literally, once they found out that my cervix was starting to open, they did what's called an immediate surgical cerclage. I had all that done. So yeah, next I'm using, sorry, I'm telling the story, but yeah, next I'm using my, this is the Fit Me Matte Poreless Foundation. I use it to highlight with, and this is in the color 334. I just like using all matte foundations to highlight and contour with. So yeah. But yeah, getting back to my story, they think the reason, and sorry for my lighting to keep changing. I'm like just right by the window attempting to use natural lighting. So yeah, they think the reason that my body decided to deliver her too early was, one, I have what's called an incompetent cervix. So it's just like your cervix just gives out on you, I guess. I don't know if it's just not strong enough. Well, apparently it's not. So yeah, they did try to do what's called an emergency cerclage to stitch me up and put like a little like stitching to prevent me from having her. But then I think, so yeah, I had emergency cerclage. Sorry, I'm rambling. I had emergency cerclage and that went successful, so they thought. But then they did tell me that there was a chance that while having the cerclage that they could like rupture the sac that she was in. Two, during the procedure, they could have, because my cervix, which is like protecting the sac and the baby from like any kind of like infection and stuff like that, could now be exposed, which is what happened. So I had the emergency cerclage, and then I went home like 2 days later. They released me to go home. Me and my husband went home with the kids, and then 2 days after that, I was still having like this horrible pain and contraction feeling type of I guess like pain. And so I called the nurse, and they told me to come back in. Sorry, I'm just using this ColourPop No Filter Concealer just to highlight a little bit more, and it's in color medium tan. So yeah, they told me to come back in, and I came back in, and then they did, I forgot what it's called, where they put this, they basically use this very, 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 very long needle, and they put it into your stomach and basically kind of go through your stomach to get to your uterus. So they're basically trying to put a needle in your uterus and like secrete like some of the amniotic fluid, which the baby is like, sitting in, and they want to test it really quick just to see if possibly there is tested to basically see if infection made its way through your cervix to the baby. And so they did that procedure, and sure enough, that's what happened. So that's why I was still, regardless of having a emergency cerclage to help keep the baby inside, that's why I was still having contractions, because my body was trying to release, your body will naturally try and get rid of any type of infection to like, it's like basically your body kind of goes into survival mode. And so yeah, my body was trying to get rid of the infection, which was the baby, the fetus. And so they, I wanted to, I was like, no, please, let's try. At that point I was delusional in thinking that I could save her somehow. But I think that's a natural reaction, that you want to keep your baby and whatnot. So I was like, no, is there any other way? And then, the doctor tells me, no, it's either, you know, it's either her or it's you and her. Because like the infection was starting to take over my body, and I was losing fluids, and my temperature had got really low. So it's like it was just a terrible situation for me. To have to choose my life over hers. Sorry. I'm putting this makeup on and I'm telling this story, and it's, yeah, I don't wanna, okay. I know it's okay to still mourn and cry, but, you know, I'm trying to get through this, you know, hopefully this, you know, story helps someone else who also went through the same situation or similar situation. That's the whole point of this video. But yeah, so yeah, I had to make that choice, yeah. So fast forward to now, they took both of my tubes out. Well, the one was already taken out a long time ago, but this last tube was removed. So IVF is it for me. Like, IVF is the only option for me to get pregnant at this point. So there's a lot at stake here. But obviously I'm trying. So this is like the Fit Me foundation also. It's also a matte one. I try and use all matte products because my face is so oily. But yeah, this is a Fit Me foundation matte one, and it's also the matte poreless brand, but this one's in the color 365, which is a darker shade, and I'm using this to contour with. So yeah, this is like, I made that look really crazy. But anyway, this is my only chance at having a kid, you know, of my own. Of course, you know, my stepsons are my kids, but you know, I don't know. It's hard to explain. And those of you who are also going through, you know, IVF or going through infertility or have stepkids and whatnot, it's hard to explain to someone who has kids of their own, like, oh, well, you have kids already. Yeah, I do have kids already. But you know, there's nothing, and it's so funny to have that come from somebody who's had children of their own, to say, oh, you have kids already, when you basically birthed your own children. Like, you can't possibly, I mean, as much as you want to, you can't possibly see things from my perspective because you have birthed your own children, and so you know what that feels like. And so, I mean, that's like me being like a millionaire and someone wanting to be a millionaire and basically telling them, oh, well, but you have, you know, like, you have this already or whatever. It's just like, but their dream is to be a millionaire or something like that. It's like, if you already have something and someone's striving to get to where you are, you can't really give your opinion about how they might feel in the situation if you've already, like, achieved what their goal is, you know what I mean? And so, yeah, I don't get upset when people who are already parents say, oh yeah, you already have kids. It's like, yeah, I know I already have kids, but my long lived dream since I was a kid was to, you know, have a child and to you know, feel pregnancy and all that stuff. So that's what I'm trying to do with this IVF cycle. So yeah. All right, I'm back. Sorry, I had to briefly go find my Milani setting powder, and I realized I didn't have it in front of me, so I was like, oops. Anyway, so yeah, I'm using that Milani banana setting powder just to set my highlighted areas. So yeah. Fast forward to now, after all these losses and whatnot, I am excited to be doing this IVF, and also very nervous. I've already, today is what is today? The 13th of today's the 13th of April, and I started this process. So it's Saturday the 13th of April, and I started my shots on Wednesday. So I thought the shots were going to be a lot worse than what they turned out to be, but they're not too bad. Although the Menopur kind of burns a little bit when you shoot it in, it's not that bad. It's like, compared to what I've been through, the shots are not that bad when you think about it. So yeah, and then I thought I was going to be more squeamish about like the needles and all that different stuff, but it's not bad. So yeah, I'm going for, I don't even know if I said that in the beginning, going for a real natural look. Like I said, we're just going to a little sports bar tonight. My husband is about to be home in a little bit, and we're gonna watch these UFC fights. So yeah, I just wanted to do a quick little chit chat, get ready with me. You guys get to know me a little bit more and know what I'm kind of going through as far as like IVF goes, and then just kind of get to know me, period. I mean, my channel is still pretty new, and I just basically like doing makeup. I started this channel because of all my losses with miscarriages and whatnot, and I've always loved makeup and whatnot, so I decided to do this channel to just like show my creative side and kind of use my love for makeup as a way to kind of be a therapy, you know, and like not focus on all the loss and all the drama and whatnot, and the frustration of not being able to have not be able to, first of all, get pregnant, then finally get pregnant, and then lose the baby. So this, you know, was a way for me to kind of just like express myself and, you know, channel my energy somewhere else instead of like sitting around and just, I'm one of those people that really thinks and tries to overanalyze every little thing. Sorry, I'm just not even talking. I'm using now, after I set my highlight, I'm using this contour palette by Black Radiance, and this is in the color medium to dark, and I'm just using this middle shade here to set my contour. So yeah, just using this as a way to, you know, keep my sanity and, you know, create content and, you know, showcase, you know, what I like to do, what I love to do, I should say, which is just playing makeup. So yeah. That's my story. I'm sorry this lighting is trash. Keeps changing. But yeah, like I said, we just started our IVF. I'm on a low I'm on what's called a low dosage medication. Or at least they're starting me off as a low dosage with my IVF. I have my calendar right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. But yeah, I have my calendar. And you can see that the fallopian, which is like right here, and Menopur, the dosages are pretty low. I'm taking like 75 units right now of the fallopian and 150 units of the Menopur, which I believe are low dosages of both. So yeah, they said that they're going to start me off low because they don't want any hyperstimulation to my ovaries, and then they will like increase it. They'll increase it based off of like my next doctor's visit. So they're gonna, you know, my next doctor's visit, today's Saturday, like I said, the 13th. My next doctor's visit is on the 15th, which is Monday. And I'll do an ultrasound and blood work for them to see how my ovaries are responding to the medication. So yeah, I'll let you guys know how that works out. So yeah, since I don't have any more tubes, like I said before, this is my only way of getting pregnant. So I'm just, you know, keeping my fingers crossed that this works out for me. And yeah, that's about it. And just trying to keep my mind off of really just, that's why I just wanted to share this, just so you guys get to know me and know what I'm, you know, going through, and like if anyone's out there that can relate to my story. And I'll see how it goes as far as like continuing to share my IVF journey. But please understand, because of my last situation with, you know, finally finding out the sex of my daughter and then losing her, I was actually really reluctant to even make this video because of that. I was like thinking to myself, maybe I should not share this journey. using this little Ruby Kiss. It's in the color burgundy, but it actually comes off as a brown color. And I know I'm doing this ass backwards. I usually do my brows and my eyeshadow first, but you know what? Fuck it. So yeah, then I'm gonna go in with this Milani. It's kind of like a pink. I mean, a pink. Does that look pink? The fuck? Yeah, an orange lip gloss. And put that on the center of my lips. And like this is gonna be a really natural looking look, because we just go into the sports bar. And I'm gonna go in with my Milani Bake Powder Blush. And this is in the color Rose Dior. I always use this because it has a bit of a highlight to it. And I'm just gonna put this all on my cheeks. Sounds like my husband's home. So yeah, hopefully this IVF works for us. We're doing a fresh transfer, so I'm looking, I mean, according to my calendar, I'm looking at possibly egg retrieval and transfer sometime the end of April. Hey babe.
Found this on the steps.
On the steps?
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, I brought up the clothes that was in the man, if you
So I see Leroy just made it out. Oh, shit.
I know. Yeah, being the fact that that's yours, nice try. So I'm just gonna do my brows off camera and then I'll be back. So I'm back. Did my brows off camera. And I just used my Kiss Professional top brow pencil. And it's in the color dark brown. And going to go back in with a little flat brush. So I'm just going to use this MAC 286 angle brush right here, and then use my ColourPop concealer to clean up underneath my brows. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about this whole process, but then, you know, on the same tip, I'm you know, trying to just keep my mind on other things. Like I said, I'm doing overtime at work, doing this kind of like just as a hobby, this YouTube. And, you know, in hopes to keep my mind off of like really going in on the fact that I'm doing IVF and focusing on it too hard. So I'm just gonna add a little color to these eyes. And I'm gonna go in what's my favorite right now, which is the Juvia's Place palette, and this is a Zulu palette. And I'm gonna just use this little orangey color since I'm gonna be rocking orange tonight. It's a super bright orange color. I'm just gonna go on the outer corners of my eye. Next, I'm gonna go in this Amar palette here. Forgive it for being so dirty looking. And then I'm gonna go in to this top color here called La Casa, and I'm just gonna put this all over the inner lid. And then I'm gonna go back in to the Zulu palette and take this yellow color here and then just put it right next to the orange. Alright, so I'm just gonna put some mascara on. I'm not even gonna put any lashes on because this is, you know, I realize now I'm the errors of my ways. I actually doing a little too much on this makeup look just to be going to a sports bar, but whatever. This is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed getting ready with me and hearing my IVF story. Please, like I said, comment down below if you also are going through IVF. I'd like to know. Like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and like this video if you like these type of videos of getting ready with me and me kind of going into, you know, details about like my IVF journey and what got me there. So yeah, once again, my name is Eureka Monroe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.